Hey everyone! Welcome back to the English podcast session. I'm your host, John.
And I'm Amelia. Today, we're diving into a topic that's super relevant for anyone looking to make the most out of their free time creating a side hustle.
That's right, Amelia. We'll break it down, give some practical advice, share some useful vocabulary, and even tell a little story at the end to wrap it all up.
So whether you're commuting, relaxing at home, or taking a break, stay tuned. Let's jump right in.
Amelia, let's start by defining a side hustle. What exactly is it?
Great question, John. A side hustle is basically any type of work or business you do in addition to your regular job. It's often something you're passionate about, and it can bring in extra income.
Yeah, and it's not just about money. A side hustle can also help you develop new skills, network with people, and explore hobbies that you've always been interested in.
Absolutely. But here's the thing, starting a side hustle can feel overwhelming. Many people think they need a lot of time, resources, or even specialized knowledge. What do you think about that?
I think that's a misconception. You don't have to start big. In fact, most successful side hustles start small. You can begin with just a few hours a week and scale up from there.
Totally agree. One key is to focus on something you're already good at or passionate about. For example, if you're good at writing, you could offer freelance services. If you're into photography, maybe start selling prints or doing photo shoots.
And if you're not sure where to begin, think about problems you can solve. People will pay for solutions, whether it's tutoring, graphic design, or even baking amazing cupcakes.
Cupcakes? Now you're speaking my language. But jokes aside, solving a problem is definitely a great way to start.
Amelia, once someone has an idea for a side hustle, what's the next step?
First, validate your idea. This means testing it to see if there's demand. You can start by asking friends and family for feedback or even running a small trial.
Good point. It's also important to set clear goals. Are you doing this to earn extra income, to eventually transition into full-time work, or just for fun?
Right. And don't forget about time management, which we just mentioned. Schedule specific hours for your side hustle so it doesn't interfere with your main job or personal life.
And if you're worried about the financial side, remember, not all side hustles require a big investment. Some, like freelancing or consulting, need little more than your skills and a laptop.
Exactly. There are also free or low-cost tools online to help you get started. For instance, you can create a website using platforms like WordPress or market your services on social media.
Let's take a quick break to introduce some useful vocabulary related to today's topic.
Sure. To monetize something means to make money from it. For example, if you have a blog, you can monetize it by displaying ads or offering paid content.
Great example. Another word is freelancer. A freelancer is someone who works independently rather than being employed by a company. For instance, graphic designers or writers often work as freelancers.
Good one. Next is passive income. This is income that doesn't require constant effort to maintain. For example, earning royalties from a book or rental income from a property.
Another important term is scalable. If a business is scalable, it means it can grow without a proportional increase in costs. For example, selling digital products like e-books is scalable because you don't have to spend extra money to produce each new copy.
And let's not forget time management. This refers to organizing your time efficiently to balance your main job, side hustle, and personal life.
Great vocabulary roundup. Listeners, try to use these words in sentences to practice. Now, let's get back to the discussion. Now, Amelia, let's talk about challenges. What are some common hurdles people face when starting a side hustle?
The first one is definitely time. Balancing a side hustle with a full-time job can be tricky.
Agreed. Another challenge is staying motivated. A side hustle often requires consistent effort before you see results, and that can be discouraging for some.
Also, there's the fear of failure. Many people worry about what will happen if their side hustle doesn't work out.
But failure is part of the process, right? You learn, adapt, and come back stronger.
Absolutely. And one tip I always give is to celebrate small wins. Even a little progress is worth recognizing.
To illustrate this, let's end with a quick story. Meet Sarah. She's a teacher who loves crafting handmade jewelry.
Sarah decided to turn her hobby into a side hustle. She started small, making a few pieces during the weekends and selling them on Instagram.
At first, she only had a handful of customers. But she stayed consistent, posted regularly, and engaged with her followers.
Eventually, word spread. Sarah's side hustle grew, and she even started selling at local markets. Now, she earns enough to support her passion and contribute to her savings.
The key takeaway? Start small, stay consistent, and don't give up. You never know where your side hustle might take you.
That's all for today's episode. We hope you feel inspired to start your own side hustle.
Thanks for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with a friend.
And let us know your thoughts or side hustle ideas in the comments. See you next time on the English podcast session.